Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, coming at you with round one, and this is week 4 of the first season of Grand Arena Championships. My opponent had already gone and did all his attacking. He left that last zone standing there in the back. Up top, he's got a Bastilla Jedi squad and a Karth team. And then down below, he's got his Night Sisters, a Saj lead, and he puts CLS on defense. So we're going to start by taking those out. This is my CLS versus his, and I got decent relics on mine. I know it's not locked in, but I just took Han up to relic 7 last night. I'll be working on Chewie, and you can just see how much damage that Han puts out. It's amazing. I love it for the double taps and really a triple tap if you use his other ability. He can put down some really heavy damage. So just a standard mirror match here. I took in C3PO and then Chopper as the 4th and 5th. Got R2 engaged elsewhere, so couldn't use him. But you can see I'm having no trouble. It's definitely a game changer having these relics now factored in. So be watchful of that if your opponent has high level relics on his heavy damage dealers. So made it through that, no problem. Here's his Night Sisters, and my go-to counter these days has been Padme, and this is no exception here. Take them in. The reason I like it, it's pretty safe. Yes, you can use Imperial Troopers, and you can use Traya, and other people use EP, but taking Padme with the Galactic Republic, and then I got Shaak Ti in there who will help heal up everybody. Just adds that extra bit of, sturdiness to the team, and the fact that they're not going to be able to debuff you as long as you got the protection up, and they can't mess with your turn meter. It's really nice having this team because it's very highly unlikely that you're going to lose. The only drawback is that you'll get anywhere from 55 to 58 banners. You're rarely ever going to be able to count on a full 60 banners with this team because you can't gain back protection. And usually somebody will be low enough that you can't restore that, can't heal them up. So you're going to lose a couple banners here or there. But other than that, there's no danger of losing the team. It takes a minute to be able to get around Zombie's taunt, but with Ahsoka in there constantly assisting, and then also Shaak Ti, that definitely helps to be able to get around that. Then I just try and focus on Daka, get her down so that she can't keep bringing people back. Once she's down, it goes quite a bit easier. You can see they don't really have to worry about Plague there because as long as they had that protection up, there's nothing to worry about. I do have Ahsoka a little low on health, but you can see she heals right back up. And I just got to get rid of Asajj as the main damage dealer, and then, then Spirit over there. And that's it. It goes pretty smooth. There went Asajj. Now I just got these last 2 to take care of. So it just takes a minute to be able to get around Zombie's taunt, figure out what I want to do. Try and heal everybody up best I can. But, like I said, you're limited in what you can do. So, that's it. This match is pretty much down. And we'll move on to the next one. I'll show you what he's got in the back zone. Alright, so we open that up. And behind that, he's got his Grievous team. And then he left some bugs back there. So, I know what counters I'm going to use for those. I got it kind of planned out. So we'll start working on the top. And I'll show you how those battles went down. So first up, we're going to take out his Karth team. It's a little bit different because it's kind of a hybrid. It's got Vandor in there and L3. So I wanted to tackle that a little bit differently. Normally I use First Order versus Karth and get about 60 banners off that. Here I thought I might need to go a little bit different because I just wasn't sure that they'd be able to get around L3, and I didn't know if I was going to have to worry about Vandor. So I took in my EP team, EP, Vader, Tarkin, Shore, but then I got my Bastilla Sean Fallen in there. She definitely supercharges this team, throws down plenty of debuffs, and helps fuel the turn meter. Definitely want to have her in there if you can spare her from your Darth Revan team, which this time I did. Took her out and put in Sith Trooper and Marauder instead. And my opponents still have a tough time with that. So it seems to be working. But I got her on the EP team. You can see she throws down tons of debuffs. It is hard to get to who I want to get to and get around that taunt from L3 and Zalbar. But I guess the key with this team is you have so many AoEs that you can still reach them with that. So I'm constantly like doing his stun from Emperor and doing Vader's Force Crush and Tarkin's AoE. And you can see I've got Karth in the red. I just can't get to him. It's a matter of, getting around the taunts. I did a Culling Blade just to remove some debuffs and get more turn meter going. Always want to keep up the turn meter as much as you can. And I'm constantly putting down Shock. I try to use Emperor's Cackle to kill Karth right there, but it wasn't enough damage to be able to get him down. So the name of the game is just constantly throw down debuffs, heal up with Shore and put a taunt up, let him take some of that punishment while the rest of your guys just throw their AoEs and their debuffs. And you can see I'm now starting to make some headway on this team. Even L3's getting down there into the yellow. Zalbar is still just a heavy-duty, sturdy tank. But these AoEs are making progress. And as long as you keep throwing the debuffs up, your team will keep going and getting their extra turns. Right there, Shore's taking a bunch of punishment from Mission. That's why you want him on there, just being a solid tank and being able to help heal up the team. I think if I would have had something weak like TFP, I don't think I would have been able to last or make it. Having Thrawn would help, but I didn't have him to spare. I wanted to use him somewhere else. But you definitely could sub him in there, and I think that would also help to get around the taunt and make a difference. You can see I've got L3 down to red bar, just trying to get her out. Again, it's difficult to get around Zalbar's constant taunt. You can see I tried and, no go. But you just got to wait for those AoEs to come back around, throw up some more debuffs from Bastilla. And that's all I'm doing, just constantly keeping my team going while everybody else, does what damage they can. Finally, her lightning was able to take out L3. And now I just got Mission and Zalbar, and we've all been in this situation before, so it's nothing new. I'm trying to just do as much damage as I can. I finally, unfortunately, lost Shore. He just took too many dots, too many mission assists, took him out. But you can see I'm still whittling down on Zalbar. Finally got him into the yellow and took him out with a Culling Blade. And now it's just easy cleanup with Mission. So not 60 banners, only got 55 there. But I was able to save my first order. And this EP team definitely worked. So what we'll do now is, since I got first order, I went ahead and used them against his Bastilla team. And I put Wampa in there instead of first order officer just because he's pretty squishy. And Wampa's got the days and the AoE, so that way once I grind down their protection, I'll be able to start landing days. And Wampa hits hard, so Gear 13 Wampa's nothing to joke about. He's going to be able to attack and get down under that protection pretty quick because he can do some nice heavy damage. The fact that I like first order against this, they start off with bonus tenacity, but that doesn't matter when you use Crew's special for that 2-turn stun. It's irresistible, so I was able to just stun Bastilla right there, and then I don't have to worry about her doing her stun or giving buffs to anybody. Try and keep her on the sidelines as much as I can. Working on taking out Kanan there. Just got to take them out one by one, really. They have a bunch of protection, So you just got to kind of grind them down. And that's what Wampa's in there for, just as an insurance policy. Be able to hit nice and hard. And he's also got the counterattacks, comes in handy sometimes. Took out Kanan. Still got Bastilla under stun. I got AoE turn meter from Xylo there, which helps fuel the rest of the team. Wampa doesn't get to go too often, but, you know, he's, like I say, he's got the counterattacks. So that definitely helps whenever they do move and they decide to attack him. But got the 2-turn stun back up, put Bastilla under stun. Don't have to worry about her. You can see Wampa going, handling his business. And now I'm just down to the weak ones. I mean, I got Obi-Wan, but, you know, Qui-Gon's pretty squishy. And Bastilla's just stunned, so she's not going to do anything. Took Qui-Gon out with the AoE. Got Executioner starting to ramp up to some nice damage. Power up Wampa a little bit. And just keep working on her. And that's all I'm doing. Just got the AoE. Could try and put healing immunity down, but I'd rather just feed turn meter to the team so that they can keep going and doing their thing. And there we go. Took her out. Now it's just old Ben, last man standing. Got him stunned. So no dangers from him. Try and heal everybody up with that special there. Got 59 banners. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And open up the back to see what he's hiding back there. And he's got some Shock T clones. And he's got First Order with Xeris back there. So nothing too bad. He didn't hide any Revens back there or anything. So I know I've got my teams reserved. I know what I'm going to do. And based on my opponent's attack strategies so far, I know what I have to work with. So I've got things planned out. And I've got plenty of wiggle room to, you know, try some things out. So I've got my imps. And I figured I could try this because he's only got the 1 Zeta on his First Order. If you don't have the 2nd Zeta on your crew to where he starts with the taunt, this is what could happen. If your opponent has decent Imperial troopers, as long as they go first, they can take out the weakest one. Even with Xeris in there, they're still doing enough damage that they can take somebody out, get the turn meter. You can see now that I got it down to 3, I'm working on crew. Try and take him out, but he just heals. So that's when you can decide, okay, I want to take out Xeris, and then I don't have to worry about the heals or put down healing immunity. And then you don't have to worry about the heals either. So right now Xylo's got the healing immunity on, but Xeris right there did her heal and equalized, and that ignores it, and then dispelled that healing immunity. So she's getting to be a pain. It doesn't make the team unbeatable by any means, but she just gets to be a pain. So take her out. Now I can do what I want. Got Deathmark on crew. He's gone. Xylo's gone. Still 60 banners. Imperial Troopers all day. It's one of the teams that you should have geared up and ready because they can take on a wide variety of other teams. So that leaves me with his clones back there. And then I still got to go in that other section and kill off those teams. So we'll jump over there now and I'll start working on them. So first up, we'll go in against his bugs. Throw my Jawas in there. You know, they're not the most efficient banner-wise, but with my opponent already attacking and I know that I don't have to be super strict on banners, it lets me be able to use this and not have to worry about being absolutely perfect, so I can just take what I get. And what I get is 49 banners, and that's good enough for me. Saves me from wasting a top counter team versus his bugs, which are decently geared. So take those out, no problem. Now I just got Grievous left there, and I got the clones in the other one. So we'll work on that, get that done, and start making progress. This is this is something that, you know, it's happened the past couple times. I may have to change things up. I take in my Traya team, and I got Gear 13 Traya, Scion, and Thrawn. And I put Hermit Yoda in there, figured maybe he'd give some extra survivability to a Scion. His heals might be able to help out. But the past couple times I've been taking my Traya team against a Grievous team, they've let me down. And so it may be time to change things up. Grievous with his relics, especially, having to go against a Relic 7 Grievous is going to be a nightmare. He just hits so hard that he's taking everybody out. So, or maybe it's not having Sith Trooper in there for an extra taunt to help take the focus out. But you can see I swapped turn meter from Thrawn to Traya to put Isolate on Magna. But before Thrawn can really do anything, he's dead. From all these hits from Grievous and the AoEs, the crawl just knocked out Scion. And so it's like, wow, this team is just tearing me up. And I killed B2, have to take him out, but it cost me. And now Grievous is all powered up. I just got Nihilus left, and there's no way he's going to make it to Annihilate. So did some damage on Magna, got rid of him. Got it down to just Grievous and Newt. But if I didn't have the wiggle room, I mean, that would have been a nightmare if I'm counting on winning in one and I drop a battle. That already gives my opponent at least 20 points to work with. So that's unfortunate. I just figured I'll, try a couple things out. Since I already know that I had the room, my opponent got stuck on the last team I had him back, and he went 5 battles against it. It was a Django team with Nest. So odds are he's got nothing left to clear that with. So I don't even have to clear one whole zone. But, I want to anyway. It's always nice to be able to clear the board. So I sent Ewoks in against Grievous. I've had some success with that before. They are kind of weak. So when he does his AoEs, it really hurts, I guess. And he does that crawl and he can instantly just one-shot one of them. So that doesn't help anything either. You can see I still got my Elder alive, but they're not making significant progress like I've had them do before. I think it's just whether or not you get lucky with the heals and being able to revive anybody. So I've got 4 of them back now, but he does that AoE and just knocks them all out once I get rid of Newt and give him that turn meter. So we'll go in and just do a cleanup. I wanted to test that out. It didn't matter. I could have gone 2, 3, 4 battles. So might as well test it while I get the chance. I threw my own Grievous team since I didn't need that nuke squad with the droids. And it was an easy win for them. So done with that without having to burn anything top notch to get through it. I mean, besides the Traya that failed me. But I know what I'm going to use for the clones, so we can take those out right now. Save my my Jedi Revan team, and they make short work of these clones, so I don't have to worry too much about things going wrong. Now, I know some of you guys might be like, oh, well, you should just use your Jedi Revan against the Grievous team and swap Bastille Elite. And I may do that, start doing that from now on, because I've seen other people do it. I tried it in Territory War, and, it seems pretty reliable. My tray has been letting me down, so I might have to switch and, change things up. And that's what you guys should be doing, too. If you try something just because you see other people do it and it works for them, but it's not working for you, or something has stopped working for you, change things up. Change up your strategy, rearrange some things, remod some things. Don't always keep everything the same all the time. You got to adapt to whatever new conditions might be going on. Like in this case, it's upgraded relics being factored in. They make a huge difference to the gameplay. So it's just things like that to consider. Don't stagnate and keep everything the same just because you've always used this counter. Don't be afraid to try things if you have the room to test things out. And that's what I like to do, test out a little bit different things. Just that way you have options. Then if your opponent does throw you a Karth squad with a taunt in there or Vandor to bring people back, you know how you're going to go about taking it out. You're not going to say, oh, my first order isn't going to work because I'm not used to this and this is going to block this. You don't want a team that can be dialed in, that everybody knows how to counter. And you don't want to put out a team where they have a set counter. So that's just my own advice. I'll get off my soapbox now. But there's the score. You can see I took it, and I'll move on to the next round. He's got that back zone. He didn't end up clearing that zone. So that was the final score. I'll move on to the next round and show you guys that, I think, this evening or tomorrow. Sorry for the delay in this video, but was feeling a bit under the weather yesterday. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something, and we'll catch you next round. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.